You're listening to Legends and Shadows, where folklore and ghost stories are brought to life. I'm Vicky Joe, a voice actor and narrator, and together we wander through eerie myths, haunted places, and the tales that linger in the dark corners of our history. Tonight we return to Dartmoor, to Bellever Forest, where dark pines rise like pillars and streams cut cold paths through ancient ground. Some say this part of the moor is watched by something older than the forest itself. A creature of shadow, an omen, a hunter. This is the tale of the Black Hound by the water. Bellever Forest is beautiful by day. Open, breezy, full of birdsong. But at dusk, the forest darkens quickly. The trees absorb the light. The undergrowth becomes a thickening shadow, and sounds change. They stretch, echo, distort. People who walk Bellever late in the day often say the forest begins to feel too still, as though every living thing is holding its breath. The stream is the only constant, its trickle echoing softly between the trunks, grounding, familiar. Walkers often follow the water as a guide, knowing the stream eventually leads toward clearer ground. But this too has a story. Many who have seen the Black Hound were walking near this water, either beside the small waterfall or along the winding path that follows the stream. The creature never approaches with noise. It never growls first. It simply appears. One tale, repeated by several locals in different decades, begins with a man walking alone through Bellever after sunset. He had lost track of time, as people often do on Dartmoor, where twilight lingers strangely and the horizon blurs behind the darkening trees. He remembered hearing the waterfall before he saw it, a soft rhythmic murmur in the distance. The sound reassured him. Water meant direction. Direction meant safety. He followed the stream upward, wanting to reach the path that would lead him out of the forest. But as he approached the waterfall, he felt the hairs on his arms rise, not from cold, from something else, an awareness. He paused. The forest was empty, yet he felt unmistakably that he wasn't alone. He told no full story afterward, but he is said to have uttered one quiet, trembling sentence that many people have since repeated. Something was standing in the water. And that's all he ever said. Most accounts of the Black Hound begin the same way, with a pair of eyes reflecting back from the darkness. Not at ground level, higher, as if the creature is larger than any natural dog, tall enough that its gaze meets a person's chest or shoulders. Witnesses describe the eyes as glowing, though not with any bright light, more a dull, steady burn, like coals that never cool. There is no movement, no snarl, no bark, just those eyes, watching. Sometimes the eyes appear first and the body emerges from the darkness afterward. A huge shape, fur blacker than the shadows behind it, soaking up what little light remains. Other times, the creature is already standing in plain view, motionless, waiting. Its breath is never seen. Its paws leave no prints, and the water it stands in does not ripple around it. The creature's silence is perhaps the most unnerving part. It gives nothing away. No aggression, no curiosity, no fear. Only watching. Dartmoor's legends are full of phantom dogs. The Hound, a headless spectral dog, said to roam the moor searching for souls. The Wished Hounds, a hellish pack led by an unseen huntsman. Churchyard dogs, guardians of the dead. Black dogs at stream crossings, omens or protectors, depending on the teller. Black dogs appear across Devon in stories tied to crossroads, graveyards, ancient tracks and deep woods. And many such tales centre around water, as though the boundary between worlds grows thinner where the land breaks and flows. Another story, retold in fragments, is of a woman who paused near the waterfall one late summer evening. She had been walking for hours and stopped to listen to the water, to rest her legs, to breathe. The forest was peaceful. Fading light, soft breeze, the glow of the stream catching gold on the stones. Then she noticed the silence. The breeze had stopped. The water still flowed. But something muted it. The sound seemed distant, almost muffled. She felt a strange urge to turn around. Slowly, as though she knew what she would see before she saw it. At the edge of the trees, 20 or 30 feet away, stood a massive black dog. Not crouched, not growling, just standing. Its eyes glowed faintly in the dusk. It was staring directly at her. She didn't run. She couldn't. Her legs felt carved from stone. The dog didn't move. Not even its tail flickered. It simply watched her. And then, without sound, without steps, without any visible motion, it was gone. She ran until her breath tore in her chest. Others who have heard her story say the dog disappears the way shadows disappear when a candle is blown out, abruptly, without trace. A father and his teenage son once reported hearing a dog panting behind them, close enough that they felt the warm exhale on their ankles. When they turned, nothing was there. Their torch flickered, then died. They walked the rest of the path in silence, afraid to speak. When they reached the car park, the father finally asked his son what he had felt. "Something behind us," the boy said. But when his father pressed further, the boy shook his head and refused to say more. Some Dartmoor folklore links black dogs with ancient oaths, promises made and broken, debts unpaid, souls bound to wander. Others tie them to tragic deaths on the moor, hunters lost in storms, shepherds who never came home, travellers who slipped into rivers swollen with rain. Bellever is surrounded by Bronze Age relics, stone circles, burial cairns, hut remains, places where the living laid their dead thousands of years ago, places of ritual, places of finality. Some say a guardian spirit watches these sites. Others say the Hound is the spirit of someone who died alone in Bellever long ago, a man whose body was never found, whose spirit returned as something half remembered, half wild. And then there are those who believe the Hound is neither good nor evil, simply ancient, tied to the land in ways modern people no longer understand. Some believe it protects those lost in the forest, guiding them quietly back to the path. Others believe it is a collector of souls, appearing when death is near. Bellever is beautiful. Bellever is peaceful. But Bellever is old, older than the forest, older than the stones, older than the stories themselves. And the Black Hound is older still. If you walk Bellever Forest alone at dusk, listen closely. Follow the sound of the stream. Watch how the light moves between the trees. Feel the shift in the air when the forest grows too quiet. If you reach the waterfall and sense someone standing nearby, be still. If you see eyes glowing between the trees, do not run. And if you feel something following you, padding softly behind you, matching your steps in the dark, keep walking, steady, forward, because on Dartmoor, the hounds do not chase. They watch. They wait. And sometimes they walk with you. That was tonight's tale. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more legends, ghosts, and eerie folklore from Devon and beyond, follow the podcast or join me on YouTube. This is Legends and Shadows. Until next time, keep your lantern close and beware the shadows.